Hello everybody, it's me Nathan Jarman from Nathan J Productions, and today we will be talking about freedom of speech. Now, this is not relatively a harsh topic that we talked about yesterday, I think it was, or 2 days ago, which if you haven't watched, I talked about abortion. And today we'll be talking about freedom of speech. Right, so there's a difference between freedom of speech and hate speech. Hate speech is a way of talking that is meant to put down an individual. And this, I know a lot of leftists, they don't agree with it, but they can't seem to tell the difference between freedom of speech and hate speech. And if they're stating a fact, it hurts your feelings or it triggers you in the process, that's not their problem, that's yours. To stop being so insecure about your problems. Now give me a sec, my stream's encouraging a few issues. Just give me a sec. Right, I'll be right back. Alright. Okay, hello everybody. We are back. And I don't know if you can hear the background music, but I just had to change a lot of stuff going on. And my stream is apparently good quality now. It was having a few issues, but that's not my problem. So back onto the topic of freedom of speech. I see not so much in the UK, because in the United Kingdom everyone's a lot more chilled about these subjects, but in America nobody on the left especially, and some conservatives on the right, they can't tell the difference between hate speech and freedom of speech. But the problem is with freedom of speech, like I said, if their feelings gets hurt in the process, it's not our problem. It's not the person that stated those facts, because if you come out and say that your views on biology and gender hurt my feelings, and there was no clear indication that you were a person of an opposite belief, how are they meant to react to that? Like, you expect them to say sorry for something that they didn't even do. And it's not their fault that you easily get offended, yada yada yada. It's your fault for, like, not letting your feelings get hurt. Like, I grew up, and I really praise my parents for the way they brought me up. And, I always grew up saying people in the world will hurt your feelings. And I always, whenever my feelings got hurt, I never, took action. I'd obviously have debates and stuff like that, but I'd keep reasonable, because I wouldn't want to do the same to them, hurt their feelings too much. But again, with the left, it's like you can hurt conservatives' feelings, but the moment you hurt a leftist's feelings or some person of a minority, they play the race, the gender, or the just I'm triggered card. And personally, if you're in a political debate and you pull one of them cards with no sufficient evidence, then I'm sorry, but you've literally just lost the debate. There's literally nothing we can do. But saying that, in England we do have a lot of Antifa presence, anti-fascists, hate them, and they go around parading saying they are Nazis, shut down this speaker. They go outside 10 Downing Street and say shut Boris down. Boris is a Nazi. The last time I checked, Nazis were they've been forced underground now, not literally, but not Nazi propaganda in any form of Nazism or National Socialism is now banned and is punishable by about, I think, 20 or 30 years in prison. And and they say, oh yeah, look at Boris, he's a Nazi, when he's running our country, not letting out any Nazi views, not enforcing any laws that the Nazis did under my recognition. And then they say that he's a Nazi, and they're the ones parading around the streets, throwing Molotovs, beating people up with opposite opinions, wearing all black, covering their faces. This is why I've seen a lot of the Proud Boys in America. I wish we had them here, because Jesus Christ, these anti-fascist kids need a beating. And yeah, well, I saw one of them going about the anti-masking law, which I generally agree with, because this does also affect freedom of speech, because they say that their mask represents who they are, and like this mask represents what they stand for. No, it doesn't. You just want to commit acts of crime, or acts of like, I don't know how to explain it, just genuine bad deeds with your mask, with a mask covering your face just so you can get away with it the moment of any police presence. And it's just stupid in my opinion. So yeah, and Antifa I cannot, they saying that they're for freedom of speech when they're generally not. And yeah, I'm gonna go a bit off topic a tiny bit, and I'm going to, give me a sec, my stream, oh I hate this, my stream's messing up again, but hey. Okay, so yes, if there is anyone watching, or anyone watching this back, I am doing a Discord debate, which, you know, we just have one-on-one debates over Discord, and apparently I'm using drop frames. That's all well and good. And yeah, I do agree with the anti-masking law, because they claim it's for freedom of speech, when in fact they're just spreading violence whilst covering their faces just to get away with any little interaction with police, and it's absolutely stupid. And they get praised by the leftist media. They get praised for hunting down Trump, Ben Shapiro, Milo Yiannopoulos viewers. And like, why? And they still get away scot-free. Of course, one of the two of them get caught by police, but they always lose them because they're all covering their faces with masks. And they claim that they stand for the minorities, when in fact they're just using it as an excuse to spread mass violence and chaos. And it's why in France that they're having a lot of trouble with these anarchists, because they have no freedom, they have no anti-masking laws, and their leftist government, I think it's more conservative now after the past election, but in the past when they had a leftist government mostly, they let them wear their masks, they let them cover their faces, they let them commit mass destruction and anarchy, and then the police wonder why they're going in and having to, and like then the police are getting hate for just having to violently put down these violent protesters. And it's stupid as well, because if someone acts violent, just say, I'm going to use this as an example, but imagine you're about to have a fight with a kid, or like they're the aggressor, and they start swinging at you, yeah, and you're just backing away, not wanting a fight. And the moment that you like knock the shit out of them, yeah, that everyone gives you hate for that. That is literally what's going on in France and now in America, thanks to these no anti-masking laws, and it's absolute bullshit, quite frankly. But yeah, back to the topic of freedom of speech. The left cannot physically or mentally like acknowledge what is hate speech and what is what is freedom of speech. Because my opinions about abortion might hurt your feelings, but trust me, it is not directed to you. It's directed to what I think. Whenever someone has like these conversations about abortion or other related topics, they never single out an individual. So once an individual is singled out and they have literally no reason to be criticised, that could be considered hate speech under certain circumstances. But the left, whenever they like just say, I went on the news and said dolphins are rhinos, and they say no, rhinos are dolphins, well that's what they think, then they take that as hate speech. And I use these terms because, like, quite frankly, I haven't been able to get onto any good news sources about past events because of all this corona stuff. I go onto BBC News, or ITV, or Channel 4 News. Yeah, you know, in England we've got some really shit news sites, and very leftist, might I add. And yet all they go on is coronavirus and how Boris has failed. So forgive me if I've gotten anything wrong, please correct me. I'm open for having my mind changed. And yeah, that'll be the end of it today. I'll see you later. Alright, bye. And before I go, please subscribe, please like this video, please share with your friends. And yeah, I haven't got a really official way to sign off these videos or past live streams. But yeah, please feel free to do whatever you want. And if you want to get involved, add the Discord, link in the description, or it's on the screen, you can type that out. And yeah, see you next time. That's it from Nathan Jarman on Nathan J Studios. I'll see you later. Bye.